Hey guys, sorry that this video is coming to you so late. I'm just gonna run through the 20 words. Some of you may not find this that helpful, but hopefully it gives you at least one experience with the words. For A Day, your test is on Tuesday, the 11th. For B Day, it's on the 12th, which is Wednesday. Okay, let me see here. I just have them on the screen here, the words on the screen of my computer. For vocab list number 1, which is everyday words, we've got fatuous, which is an adjective. It means foolish or inane, especially in an unconscious manner. It can be something unreal or like an illusion. It's used more often to mean somebody is especially dumb. I know that's a bad word to use, but like they're foolish, they don't understand what's going on, they feel kind of stupid. You can have like fatuous conversations at a party, or fatuous remarks, and they're just kind of silly and not related, and people don't realize it. 42 is feckless, also an adjective. Feckless is ineffective, incompetent, futile, or having no sense of responsibility. It can apply both to people and to things, like a feckless copy machine isn't doing its job correctly. And then a feckless brother still lives at home even though he's 30. I'm not making fun of anyone, but that's what feckless means, ineffective, without effectiveness, okay? Number 43, furtive, also an adjective, taken, done, or used surreptitiously, which means like secretly, or by stealth, secret, sly, shifty. So furtive is like a furtive glance, it's like a secret look at somebody. You can make a furtive escape, okay? You can have a furtive plan, it's secret, people don't know about it. Number 44, garrulous. Garrulous is also an adjective, excessively talkative in a rambling, roundabout manner. That's me, like I'm very garrulous in class. Someone can talk a lot. It doesn't have to be a negative at all. Sometimes it is if you're saying like, I don't know, he's a little garrulous for my tastes. At the same time, it can just mean that somebody talks a lot. It doesn't necessarily mean negative. Number 45, genial, also an adjective, warm and pleasantly cheerful or cordial. So a genial smile is very warm. Someone can just have a genial personality. They're welcoming, they're cordial, they're nice, they're cheerful. People can talk to them. 46, ignominious, also an adjective, marked by or attended with ignominy, which means disgrace, dishonor, or public contempt. Humiliating, contemptible, discreditable. So ignominious is often used like when a team gets killed in basketball or football. They had an ignominious defeat, okay? Or he was an ignominious king or queen, and they had an ignominious reign. Number 47, also an adjective, imperious. Domineering in a haughty manner, dictatorial, overbearing, urgent, imperative. Okay, so this is someone who lords over somebody else, especially feeling like they're arrogant or like they're a dictator. So there can be an imperious comment, an imperious look, someone with an imperious personality. 48 is the first one that's not an adjective. It's a noun, an impetus. It's a moving force or an impulse or a stimulus. The impetus for doing something. This is when you want to make sure you know how to use in a sentence. Even if it doesn't show up, that's the tricky part about it, is being able to use it in a sentence because it's tricky for people to use. And number 49, impugn, is a verb. That was one of our words of the day. Sorry, the perspective changed there on the video. To challenge as false and other statements, motives, etc., to cast doubt upon, to impugn someone's honor, to impugn their authority, to impugn their data. And then number 50, impute. Okay, those ones are tricky. They're both verbs, and they're right next to each other on the list. That's to attribute or ascribe. That was also a word of the day. You can find it on the slides. From that day, the children imputed magical powers to the old woman. They impute failure on somebody else. It's kind of giving the blame to something. Now, the other list, 41 through 50. The first one, 41, that's a noun. It's invective, the use of anger, or insulting language in satirical writing. So that essay was full of invective. Or that novel was full of invective. Man, he's been full of invective lately. Just anger, insulting language. Now, it says in satirical writing, that's not always true. Okay, it can be in satirical writing. You use invective on purpose to kind of rant, and people know that you're not being serious. At the same time, sorry, my hair is bothering me. At the same time, it can be anything. It can just be invective, a lot of invective. 42, irony. That was just our word of the day. A situation or a statement characterized by a significant difference between what's expected and what actually happens or what is meant. We said a fire station that's on fire. There has to be a pretty significant Expectation, it can't just be like, I expected them to win and they lost, how ironic. And it's not coincidental. Definitely not coincidental. 43, juxtaposition, okay? That's a noun when you place two items side by side to create a certain effect, reveal an attitude, or accomplish some other purpose. It's used a lot in film to juxtapose two different images, okay? You can juxtapose two different words. The juxtaposition of things often teaches you something. Lightities, a form of understatement in which the negative of the contrary is used to achieve emphasis or intensity. Another one that's hard was our word of the day. It's when you say, she is not a bad cook, okay? Or, you know, he's not normal. That means like he's pretty abnormal. Look up examples of lightities if you're not sure so that you can be prepared. Same with metonymy, which is word 48. The use of a concrete word rather than an abstract expression to refer to a more abstract, complex word or idea. If you don't understand it, look it up so you can see examples, so you could create an example or tell an example or recognize an example of metonymy, which is when you say something like, the pen is mightier than the sword. And the pen stands in for something else, and the sword stands in for something else. Okay, 45, logos, that's when you appeal to logic. 46, metacognition. That's being able to monitor your own thoughts as you encounter new ideas or facts as you read something. The idea of metacognition is I read, I understand why I'm reacting the way I'm reacting. That's a noun, okay? I can think about my own thinking. Number 47, a metaphor. Hopefully you know this one pretty well. A figure of speech in which a term or a phrase is applied to something to which it's not literally applicable in order to suggest a resemblance. Like, he is a monster. That's a metaphor. He's not a real monster in this case. If someone's a real monster, that's not a metaphor. But if you say he's a monster, it means he's terrible. He has monster-like qualities. 49 is mood. I'm going to switch the view here so I can scroll down. 49 is mood, and that's the atmosphere of a literary work, basically. So tone is the attitude the author has, while mood is the way it makes you feel. The way you're making me feel. Michael Jackson song, look it up. Yeah, that's mood. So what kind of mood does it create? Finally, 50 is motif. It's something recurring, a subject, a theme, an idea in some sort of work. There's a motif of the color red in The Sixth Sense. There might be a motif of music in something that you read. It could just be a theme that comes up in like a lot of authors' works. So he or she has a motif of, I don't know, identity. And it means in everything that they do, there's that motif. Okay, there you go. That's all 20. Sorry this video is so late. If you're watching this, it's already up on YouTube. You can email if you have questions. Remember that the term ends on the 19th, and you don't want to wait until the end to make up your quiz, especially that last day when it will be difficult. All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate you guys. Bye.